James for the untouchable, true school sports. Let's go, baby. Bow!
Be careful what you wish for because it can become a reality.
Yeah. The untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. All right, so this is a really intriguing video to make. I have a lot to say about this video, and it does regard Saudi Arabia. It does regard Turki Alalshikh, and you know, if you don't like when I start quote unquote talking negative about Saudi Arabia or Turki Alalshikh, please get off this video because it's not negativity. You perceive it as negativity. I'm just giving y'all the facts. So please get off the video and go somewhere else if you're gonna come here with your tired ass bullshit, your tired ass comments. I'm just telling you guys what it is. So last night when I was just chilling, just chilling and trying to make sense of the card and some of the fights that happened, I went on Twitter last night, right? And as you guys saw in the beginning of this video, when I went on Twitter, I noticed something very interesting. And it's very alarming, actually, because when I went on the DAZN boxing account and I saw the post for their announcement that Bivol had beaten Beterbiev to become undisputed, I just took a quick peek at the view count of the post. Because, you know, this is DAZN. DAZN's a big platform. DAZN, you know, I feel like DAZN should have at least, with this fight being so big for the biggest card of all time, quote unquote, there should have been 1 million views within a couple of hours of this fight being posted, right? Or this announcement on Twitter being posted, because Twitter's not a hard place to get views, to be honest. And I noticed that, as you guys saw in the beginning of the video, I noticed that Bivol, the announcement only had 393,000 views after 7 hours of being posted. So, funny enough, later on, maybe 5 minutes later, I was on my feed, and then I see Gervonta Davis in his tweet. And his tweet just said LOL. And he was LOLing, and he was laughing at the fact that Shakur Stevenson went 9 rounds with Josh Padley, right? And I looked at how many views he had, and he had 1.4 million views in 9 hours. So obviously it's a 2-hour gap, but still 1.4 million views. He had 1.1 million views more than DAZN's announcement of Dimitri Bivol becoming undisputed. So you may say, like, BT, where are you trying to get at? Like, what's the point you're trying to make here? The point I'm trying to make is this: the fights are good. I'm happy that hardcore boxing fans are satisfied because it was a good card. I enjoyed it. I'm not saying it wasn't a good card, so don't take it as me saying that it wasn't a good card, because it was a phenomenal card. I enjoyed it. But this right here just proves my point that boxing in Saudi Arabia is not good, because boxing fans don't care about the best fighting the best for the most part. They don't. Let's just be real. They don't. They say they do, but they don't. They don't really. Gervonta Davis got a 1.4. He got. I want you to think about this. Gervonta Davis got 1.1 million views more just saying LOL than Bivol got on the DAZN account for being the undisputed light heavyweight champion. So what does this tell us? What it tells us is that Gervonta Davis is going to completely shit on and outsell the entire Saudi supercard. The same Saudi supercard, right? Which, for those that know and for those that don't know, the same Saudi supercard that had, they were supposed to fight like a 20,000 seat stadium, right? And then all of a sudden, they just decided to change the venue to a 6,000 seat stadium. And the reason they said that they wanted to change to a 6,000 seat stadium is because they wanted to promote a better atmosphere, which, you know, is a very, very pragmatic and diplomatic way of saying that they weren't selling enough tickets to sell out a 20,000 seat stadium. So they scaled it down, you know? So I'm just saying, guys, I know a lot of y'all don't care because y'all just want to see the fights. I get it. And, you know, but I care about boxing. I actually care about the long-term health of boxing. I feel like, you know, what good is it, right? What good is it if boxing puts on a great card, but only the hardcore boxing fan knows about it? Think about it. If only the hardcore boxing fan knows about it and the rest of the general public in North America does not know that this card even happened outside the hardcore boxing fans, is that really good for boxing long term? I don't think so. So as fucked up as this is about to sound to a lot of you guys, yes, Gervonta Davis fighting Lamont Roach is gonna move the needle more in North America, which is, I know you can say boxing is a global sport, but let's cut the shit. In North America, the USA and Mexico particularly, boxing is massive in these countries. These two countries, the USA and Mexico, pretty much move the needle the most when it comes to boxing worldwide. The best fighters come from those places, and the most media is in these places. That is a fact. Doesn't matter how many millions Saudi pumps into boxing in Saudi, or how many quote-unquote super fights they make over there. It's not the same as, you know, a big-time card at the MGM Grand or somewhere in the Madison Square Garden. It's just not. So this is an indicator, guys, that Gervonta Davis is going to do great numbers at the Barclays Center. He's going to sell at the Barclays Center. From what's been reported there was an interview recently where one guy had informed Tank that apparently Tank is on track to break the Barclays Center record for a gate, you know. So, you know, is it really as bad as people say he is for boxing? I don't think so. And it's a pretty good card too. I don't think it's a bad card. Will it be as good as the Saudi card? Maybe not. I don't think it will. I think there's more better fights on the Saudi card, but there's still good fights on the PBC card as well. So my main point I'm trying to make to you guys is this: boxing in Saudi Arabia is only good for the hardcore boxing community, and the hardcore boxing community is not enough to sustain boxing long term. It's not. It's not. You need to be able to move the needle outside the hardcore boxing community, and truth be told, only a handful of fighters that could do that. And the last thing I'll say is this: Turki Alalshikh, he gets praised to no end by people, and he does deserve some praise. I'm not saying he doesn't deserve some praise, because this guy literally revived the careers of Martin Bakoli and Ajit Kabiel from the depths of hell. They weren't able to have a real career. So he does deserve some credit. I'm not saying he doesn't. He has. Yesterday's card was a very good card. I enjoyed it. But when Gervonta Davis said that Turki Alalshikh, you know, he wouldn't go over there because Devin's his guy, you know, and he wouldn't go over there because basically, you know, he'd have to get a knockout, and they need to really do what they can to get him over there, because he doesn't have to go over there. He's the A side, right? And you saw yesterday, Hamza Shiraz, he's fighting Carlos Adames. He's losing. He's getting outboxed. Turkey's going over there. He's telling him, you know, hey, you're down by 2 rounds, which is the same thing that Floyd did with Tank when Tank was, I forgot what fight it was. I think maybe it was Leo Santa Cruz or I don't know, Rolly. I can't remember which fight it was, but he did the same thing. But I'm just saying, you know, I'm saying this. It was a good card, and these cards are doing well for the short term. But as you can see by the numbers, look, men lie, women lie, but numbers don't lie. I just showed you the numbers at the beginning of the video. So if you're here bitching and moaning about things I'm saying, don't get mad at me. Get mad at the Saudis and DAZN and Turkey for not knowing how to properly promote boxing, you know, to the level that Gervonta Davis can or PBC can, you know, or you know, maybe there isn't anything that the fighters in Saudi can do. Maybe just Gervonta Davis just has what they call the it factor, and maybe I can take all that back about Saudi, because you know what, I do think Turkey is doing his best job. But maybe people need to just give Gervonta Davis his credit of being one of the few fighters that God blessed in boxing with the quote-unquote it factor, to where when he fights, it don't matter if you love him, it don't matter if you hate him, you want to see him fight, because you know that more than likely you're going to get exactly what you paid to see, which is a knockout. And you'll get an explosive knockout, and you'll get speed, and you'll get boxing skills, and you'll get him doing backflips off the top rope. You'll get all kinds of stuff. You'll be entertained. You'll be satisfied. Sure, he hasn't got the big fights yet with Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney and all these other guys that you guys want to see him fight. But every time he fights and it's not a guy on his level, you know he's not. You know that fighter's not on his level, because he shows you and demonstrates in the ring. Look at Shakur Stevenson yesterday. Shakur Stevenson fought Josh Padley, who I'm not knocking him, but he's a part-time boxer, and he's a club show, domestic level, British level fighter. And he still took Shakur 9 rounds. Look, Tank is not going 9 rounds with Josh Padley. Josh Padley probably wouldn't even see the 5th round against Tank. Let's be real here. So all I'm saying is that's what I learned, is that boxing in Saudi Arabia is not as big as you guys think, and it is not good for boxing long term, because of the fact that it's on DAZN, and Saudis don't really know how to promote at all, and it's not really beneficial to boxing, because what Turkey is doing is no different than what Al Heyman did. He's putting fights behind a paywall. They're both doing the same shit. The only difference is that at least when Al Heyman did it, right? When Al Heyman did it back in the day with PBC 10 years ago, at least for a moment in time, the fights were on network television. So you had Keith Thurman and Danny Garcia doing 4 million views on CBS. When was the last time Saudi Arabia got 4 million views? That Saudi Arabian boxing ever generated 4 million views for a fight? No. So that being said, happy Gervonta Davis fight week. Take care. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. For more great boxing content just like this, make sure you guys click right over here.
Keep watching my boy BT put on the best interviews out here.